Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad. Good morning to you. How are you?
George Lopez joins us right now. George, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What lovely to talk to me, funny lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Chloe Bailey joins us. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore!
Leila, thank you so much for taking the time. Congratulations on the show. I mean, the feedback's been sensational, so congratulations.
Thank you so much. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Again, I appreciate the time. You know, I wanted to kind of go back on this show and when you first got the script, because I feel like the way that this show is written and the way the episodes unfold, it's not like, normally if I get like a script for a TV project maybe I'm working on, I flip to see where I am in the show. Like, okay, where's my part? But for this, I feel like you would just read it page after page after page because the story's so rich.
Well, I read the book first, and so I ruined a little bit of my experience reading the script by doing that. But I think the biggest takeaway from me is that the story changed so much from when I first read it to then, for me, to then when I watched it. Because I read it knowing, as you say, knowing that I was going to play this character. And so I'm immediately subconsciously justifying all of her moves and making sense of her motivations. And so I'm definitely not judging her in any way. And I remember reading it and thinking, wow, these people are very harsh to this woman. And then it wasn't until I saw the show and I'd had that distance from playing her that I realized how evil she is. But yeah, it's definitely one of those. I mean, Alfonso adapted Renee Knight's novel in such an incredible way and expanded this whole world. And so, yes, reading it was an adventure.
And talking about Alfonso being, the guy who adapted it for the screen and directing, I feel like that's an added benefit as an actor or actress to have the writer and director be there on set, because he has such a full vision of the content that if you have any question, he can really be the go-to one to answer it.
Yeah, definitely. And he was so generous with his time, and there wasn't a stupid question, or he also was so great in being flexible with, like, if I was having trouble with a line or something, it was like, oh, well, how would you say it? Or, well, what should we do? What would make more sense? And yeah, I mean, he was wonderful to work with, incredible.
And as an actor, I'm sure you love having a director who's flexible and collaborative, because, what it is y'all all thinking singularly but acting collectively when you're putting a project together like this, but to be able to have that collaboration must be freeing.
He's so collaborative. Being on his set is knowing that you are all working together to make something great. And he hires people in every department that are at the top of their game. And so it really makes you, know that you have to step it up and give it your all, because no one's coming to work lazy. Everyone is giving 100% every day. And it's exciting. It feels like we're really excited to be making something, to be making art. It's an incredibly creative environment.
Now, are you somebody who can watch yourself back and watch the show back and try to see it from the audience perspective? And if so, what was that feeling like being able to watch the show back?
This one's unique because there are a lot of scenes that are quite difficult to watch,
Right.
where I'm really just not watching it and I'm just pinpointing everything I think is wrong with me. But fortunately, it was also lit by the incredible DP Emmanuel Lubezki, and so I think I also was just watching in fascination, like, oh my gosh, you've made me look so good. Like, this is incredible. But no, I think it takes me a few times to be able to watch it objectively. It was amazing to be able to watch it at Venice Film Festival with that audience. I think that was the first time I was able to really see it from an audience perspective and not criticize my every move. But I find it really helpful. I find it, if I can stomach watching it without scrutinizing it, I find it really helpful to learn for the next job.
Well, you're great in it. The whole cast is great. The show is great, and I really appreciate you taking the time this morning.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.